Hey there, folks. Joe DeSanto here, back to you from Lake Arrowhead. So behind me actually is the house we're staying in. It's super charming. You see a little bit there. Um, yeah, we're staying here for the month of July. We're actually leaving tomorrow, and it makes me think about real estate. And is real estate a good idea right now? And what kind of real estate? So this is a vacation rental. And I got some information from some local property managers here that over the last few years, there's been a big increase in vacation rentals, thereby forcing the prices of the rentals down and the occupancy down. So overall, my feeling on vacation rentals as a real estate investment is that I don't love them because you're really in the hospitality business. You have new tenants all the time, which means you get new phone calls all the time. The properties really do need to be managed very actively, both from like a customer satisfaction point of view, but also from a marketing point of view now. There's a lot more competition, so you have to be more aggressive in your marketing. And some people are even using, Facebook ads and Instagram ads to do their marketing. So you really got to treat it as a business. And I think a lot of people don't necessarily take that seriously enough or understand what that means. So I don't love it, but no question you can make some money in it if you make it a real business. Overall, I think people should start out with buying their own house as a real estate investment, and then maybe moving on to some single family, multifamily rentals, and then maybe dipping their toe in the water of vacation rentals if they really like real estate or not. Ultimately, I look at real estate as like a side hustle in addition to an investment, because you do have to put some work into it, and the more work you put in, the better generally you're going to do on the return. Now, to put real estate in perspective against other things, we just really need to look at the compound annual growth that you may get on it. So if we use the S&P, as our benchmark, that's a 10% compound annual growth. In my experience, real estate syndications where you just put money in and don't do any work, those projects usually try to produce, a rough 15 to 20 to 25% compound annual growth for their investors. And that comes both in the form of cash flow and, principal pay down and, asset appreciation. Now, in my personal experience with my owning my homes and also doing single family rentals and some multifamily, because of the great appreciation that I experienced over from 2010 to 2024, I probably saw in the area of, roughly 30% compound annual growth. So it was a real win for me. But nowadays you kind of have to look at it, or not nowadays, but always you have to look at real estate as compared to other alternatives. So really the big question now is, at this moment in time, at least for me, is it worth putting money into real estate that's not your residence? I would say, always seriously consider and probably go ahead and purchase your residence, because they're just far more beneficial factors than just the return. But for investment real estate, you have to look at it and say, is there other investments currently available that are unique that could produce more than that 20 or 30% compound annual growth? And I feel like right now at this point in time, really, high, higher risk, you would say tech stocks, meaning AI, robotics, all that sort of stuff, and also crypto, and also the convergence of AI and crypto, particularly in the financial space, could produce a superior return than real estate. Now, is it riskier? Yes, but somewhat asymmetric risk in that over the next 5 to 10 years, even just Bitcoin alone could produce a significantly greater return, than 20% compound annual growth, certainly more than 10. So I think you really do need to factor that in just at this moment in time, before this new kind of paradigm of tech growth and innovation Really, you were looking at real estate as compared to the S&P in general. But now is a unique time, so I certainly would weigh whether or not I want to put money into rental real estate versus, potentially crypto or high growth tech stocks in AI and so on. So obviously a difficult decision to make. I think, real estate certainly probably does offer less risk on the whole, but it depends which category you get into. And back to vacation rentals as a category, I think they hold higher risk because of changing market conditions, competition, city ordinances, and that sort of thing. All right, there you go. That's what I got for now. I'll see you in the next one.